Africa. Now for an update on the fixed income and FX market, I'm joined by Kingsley Okereke, a Treasury and Fixed Income dealer at Diamond Bank. Kingsley, it's great to have you on the show. Now, of course, we're in the second half of the year now. So what would you say were the key highlights in the fixed income space in H1?
Good day to you, Didi. Nice. Thank you for having me on the show. Well, the key highlights for April will be the coming in of the CBN governor and also the exogenous factors in the Eurozone and the US coming to play in the markets. So we've been seeing, for the FX side of the market, we've seen rates move from 163 levels down to 162 levels. As at today, we had the market open at 162.90 and it closed at 162.80 thereabout. So just about 10 kobo appreciation in rate, basically. Really, we've been seeing slight support from autonomous flows to the market. We've also been seeing FX inflows from oil majors coming into the market to cushion demand. So market has been relatively stable, and also riding on the back of the pronouncement by the Apex Bank on the agenda of the new management in place. We've also been seeing that the CBN has maintained the resolve to make sure that the FX market is stable. So by and large, not much shocks to the system. So relatively, it has been fine.
We hear that the Naira went down 2% in the first half of the year. What are the reasons behind the drop in the Naira? Was this something you expected to see happen? And what's the outlook going forward?
Well, basically, just as I said, we've been seeing increased support. We've seen increased support from FX flows into the market, and also we've also had some good demands coming into the market. So it's just a mixed feeling of nothing much really driving the market in that space. It's just a mixed feeling between what players hope the Naira will trade at, and what the kind of quantum of demand we have flowing into the market. So basically, the CBN has also helped in that regard to make sure that things are kept stable and no much shocks are to play. Basically, they've been a more reactive kind of style of management, that they put in place, such that they can cushion any form of shocks coming into the system and all that. So that has been good. I mean, going forward for us, I think it will get better.
Okay. Yesterday, we saw traders react to the announcement of another OMO auction. That was there was a third consecutive bearish session in the T-bill space. Did that continue today?
Well, basically, the T-bill space has been one that has been very dynamic. Prior to now, we saw yields were high at 11. Looking at a 2-month trend, we saw yields coming from 11 down to 10, and even going to sub-10 levels. So because of these pressures, that you expect likely that there's going to be a turn at some point. And, you're coming into June, half year, so profit taking will also come into play. The NTB auction was at 9.9 on the 91 days, and the 1 year was at 10.3. So definitely you don't see much going forward. We see players are getting a bit, skeptical, taking further investment positions in the Treasury bill space because yields are at record low levels. So there's nothing pushing the market going in that direction going forward. For me, I think that even market is going to soon start yearning for higher yields pretty soon. We've been seeing almost sessions coming out, and the central bank has pegged it at 10.8 levels, which is effective yield of 11.2. So really, even if you compare that to the fixed income, you can see a bit of more opportunity in the fixed income side, where you see yields at 11.3 thereabout. So I don't see much going forward. I just see that since the Naira has been, the liquidity has been very, very good in the market, so I don't see much happening there, but people just sought to seek arbitrage opportunity to take advantage of whatever slight shocks that they might think of reinvestment positions that they can take.
All right, Kingsley, let's leave it there. Thanks so much for sharing that with us. That was Kingsley Okereke, a Treasury and Fixed Income dealer at Diamond Bank. Now move